YouTube? I'm back. So on a previous video I was speaking about oh, look at that. This is one of those. Wait a minute. All right. Oh, this should be straight. This should be straight. Anyway, sorry. I wasn't expecting this bottom to come out. I love these. So that when you have it on the bottom, like it doesn't bang and sound like a stainless steel, but I only put those out for sometimes. I save them depending on who it is. So anyway, take the opportunity to go ahead and try to use one of the shrink wraps that I had previously spoken about. So I use a silicone wrap, a silicone, what would you call it? A device, a piece that I bought, and I'll show it to you when I go down to the air fryer. So what I do is that I go ahead and make up the design, the tumbler, wrap it, blah, 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 blah. Wrap it in the butcher paper as well. And then take it down and wrap it up into the silicone thingy. It works. It works. So it's not an issue. However, I have these, or this, shrink wrap. I got it when I bought Tumblers some time ago, and they're here, so might as well try it and make a video for it, okay? So what you do is you just do what you normally do as far as sublimation is concerned. So I'm gonna make this. I'm still making tumblers for this weekend. So I might as well do a Jack and Coke. I think later I'm gonna do a Corona. So I have a Corona already, but so that's what I'm gonna do. Right now I'm gonna do the Jack and Coke. Or Captain Morgan and Coke, my bad. Captain Morgan and Coke. So I'm gonna get in here and make the cut to take out the excess. What I don't need, I'm kind of doing this backwards. I'm a mess over here, y'all. Got so much to do, I need to slow down so I don't mess up. I haven't eaten, I'm hungry, I'm starving. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. It's too much. I'm about to order DoorDash. It's freezing outside. Just got home not too long ago. So I'm just lining this up so I make sure that I cut it properly. Oh, that's a good cut. Actually, this whole thing is a good cut. There's no white showing. So now I gotta make sure that it meets, which it does. You can see that it meets perfectly. So that means it should be a good seam. So if you didn't catch one of my other videos, please do take a look. I don't bother with doing anything with the top or the bottom. I'm gonna just leave it here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. Making sure that, trying not to touch it as much as possible, but making sure that it meets, and then this is as tight as possible, but then they meet. What I need to be mindful of, and I know you can't see it because I can barely see it and I'm in front of it, is where the top is gonna meet so that it blends together, right? So I'm gonna make sure that that's all good in the hood. Press this together, keep it tight and right. Sublimation, no air. I'm supposed to breathe with no air. No air, because we want no ghosting. So keep pulling, keeping it tight. This is the key. Tape it down, no air. Here's the seam. We want to make sure that the seam is straight and tight, okay? And then get the bottom part done, same thing. It is overlapping a little bit here, but it still is a good seam. Like this was cut pretty good if I do say so myself. So this looks pretty good. There's a little bit open space right here. So at the top, I'm gonna go ahead and do this and press it down. I saw someone else that says when you do it this way, it creates some holes, and I agree, sometimes it does, but that's also why I go horizontal, vertical, horizontal, horizontal, sideways. That's what I prefer. There is a lot of paper, so I want to make sure that I don't miss anything and that it touches, that it glues down on the inside there. You know what I mean? So I don't know that my tape is thick enough. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and just go diagonally so that I can be sure that it is sticking, because you don't want air for the, millionth time. And I know you're probably tired of hearing me say it and everyone else say it, but it's important that you don't get air in there. So I'd rather use the extra tape instead of having a tumbler that doesn't work out, and just keep making that as tight as possible as well. Bring it all down. This method has been working, so I'm just gonna put it out there. It works for me. I'm gonna just say that. So I'm basically back around to the beginning, but I'm gonna go ahead and do one more piece overlap there, and I think I'm good. Just press it down a little bit. I don't know how good you can see that. So right here, it's lifting from when I first started. I don't like that horizontal's not working. So let me go ahead and do some diagonal taping here. I'm not happy about that. These are the things that you gotta make sure you take a look at. It's better to just go ahead and do it. Nobody wanna be wasting no tumblers and no sublimation ink, even though it seems to last forever. So here's the bottom. Just pull it together like this, because the bottom is only so big anyway. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the diagonal, but make sure it's tight. Diagonal and tight, diagonal and tight. Let me make sure I get the seam. And if I think that I need to go over it again, I will. So I'm trying to diagonally do it kind of horizontally, but on a diagonal slant, if that makes sense. So I'm still kind of moving towards it like horizontal way, like I really want to do. But I guess I'm kind of doing horizontal, vertical, a horizontal vertical. I know it don't make no sense, but obviously, the bottom line is to get this tight and right so that there is no air. No air. So this is actually pretty good. So this has been working for me lately. It looks like this every single time. So the only thing I'm gonna do is put a little more on the seam here, just in case, because it could be in that oven getting loose, because this tape does become loose. So then I want to push it down like that, right? So at this point, what I usually will do is put the butcher paper on. So because I'm using this, you just stick it in here. And then once you get it in here, you need to heat it up so that it shrinks up on the tumbler. So I've seen this done a million times. So now the hard part, oh, nope, not hard at all. There it goes. There it goes. See? Okay, so I'm gonna take you down to the air fryer, and then we're gonna heat it up, and then put it in the air fryer, and then see what we get. And then I have small ones, here they are, for when I do mugs. This one has been awesome. Not that this one is bad, but this has been awesome. I had a ton of mugs. I got this off of Amazon for sure. And then it wraps it tight, because you got to do the same thing with mugs. Wrap it up, put your paper tight with tape, and put it in wherever it is your cooking element is gonna be. So we have the tumbler we just did upstairs, and this is my heat gun. So what we need to do, and I don't have much room as far as the cord is concerned, so I'm limited here. So just turn it on, and it's gotta have a second to heat up, but it's gonna cause this to start shrinking. I don't know if you can see it, it's starting right there. It's getting crinkly, if you can see that. Sprinkle it up, Tighten it up. Tighten it up. Sprinkle it up. Tighten it up. I know you can see it better at the top and the bottom than maybe what's going on in the middle, but I wish I had better lighting for you. But it's sprinkling up and tightening up. It's tightening up. I'm getting closer to it. Tightening, 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 tightening around the tumbler. Tightening around the tumbler. So this is the top. You can see that this is what it's doing in the middle. So I'm sure that's much easier to see. There's some loose spots. Wherever it looks loose, run that heat against it. Run that heat against it. So there's some spots, so I'm just gonna go over it. Sorry that you really can't see it that well. Just gonna go over that. And so this is the tightening that silicone thing would have made. So this is much easy. Well, I don't know that this is much easier, honestly, because that one over there is not a big deal. The only problem that I have with that is if I'm doing multiple, one after the other, it's hot as all hell. That's my only problem, but it works. All right, it took like 2 more minutes in order to just get this daggone crap off. So, all right, so you saw it's crinkly, it's a mess, it gets all over the place. It's not my preference, but it may be yours. But I will say that it is holding it into place, so it is an option if you don't have the silicone thing like I do. So this jack looks very, very good, actually. I just undid this one. There's the seam. It's not that bad. It blends right in. This is actually very, very nice. It looks old-fashioned. I actually would like to put a Jack Daniels bottle on top of this, and I may do that tonight so that I could ice it out and put Jack shooter on top. Here is this beautiful thing. I just love this design. I don't even know if I got this up in my shop, but I love this. This is just the cutest. I'm gonna if I don't sell this one this weekend, then I'm gonna definitely give this to my granddaughter to give to her teacher. And FYI, sometimes you gotta give some stuff away in order to get some business, y'all. Just FYI. I just love this. I might keep this for myself. I ain't no damn teacher. And then again, here's the Jack Daniels. We already talked about this one. Not impressed with the design, but the so the shrink wrap works fine. It works just as good as the silicone. So if that's something that you want to do, there's my 2 cents on it. Go ahead and get it, and let me know how that works out for you. Tag me, send me a picture. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'm working on getting to my first 100. The channel has been starting to grow pretty good. If there's anything that you would like me to do, please leave a comment, send me an email, let me know what you'd like. Subscribe, comment, like, and share the video. I'd appreciate that. And I will be back with another one. So you all keep crafting.